Yes. It's like you're in my brain. My name is Cowie, and I'm from North Carolina, but I've lived in Seattle for 20 years. Wow. Working in this way that glassblowers work is a lot like how printmakers work, where you're in a collaborative environment and you're working together, and that really lends itself to a lot of possibilities for growth, and it feels really comfortable and exciting to me. That's so great. Mainly I went to school for printmaking, and I've always drawn, so I think of myself as kind of a color painter, mark maker, but I've always made sculpture as well, so it's only natural to kind of play with different materials. And my work usually does have something to do with the natural environment and how we as humans try to manipulate it, and the pitfalls of that. And in my work I like to deal with that too, like maybe have some huge part of my process be that I'm trying to manipulate the materials, but then some little part left where I let it do its own thing. I deal with landscape a lot, but in maybe a kind of hybridized form, thinking about skewing our perspective of what we see on the landscape and pulling lots of things from my everyday experiences. It's amazing to be here. The team is so intuitive and able to let me come with 3/4 of a plan and then wing it for the rest of it, and they're very responsive.
So take that same form,
yes.
Stretch it out,
yes,
and move the eyes up top.
Exactly. I think this residency is a perfect example of how I can be affected by experiences that come along by chance. I love the random, crazy, huge bubbles too that come. And so getting to do something like this, which I didn't plan for in my career, will probably affect my work from now on in a really big way. And so I'm definitely influenced by little chance experiences, and they'll show up in the work a lot. I say it doesn't have to become like the drawing. If it goes out and it gets that weird thing a little bit, that's okay. So while I'm here at the museum, I'm working on a group of elements that are going to be used in future sculptures that will be mixed media, some using wood and clay, paper, fabric, partially found object. And I'm calling them cairns because they're referencing those man-made rock stacked forms that people leave as trackers for trail markers. We are making a bunch of forms that are rock-like. We are also going to make a bunch of forms that are sort of partial animal, human, sort of morphing into a rock-like form. And I'm thinking about how that's a great metaphor for marking our pathway through life and experiences. It's really amazing to work with a team of support people working on my work, but knowing that they are all artists themselves too, and they really care. Ooh, thank you. Woo.